Sup guys, today is 1st June and it's really a bit too bright, like the sun is like just melting. Like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, never mind that. And so like I've got no topic to talk over, and there's been some constructions going around, so I've so if you like hear any kind of noise, like you can just ignore that if you are listening. But yeah, apart from that, let's say today I would say right now it's around let me check. Yep, it's 11:54 a.m. So um I'm actually recording this video before 12 p.m. So that's like a big W for me. And like from the morning I woke up at around like 6 a.m. and today it's not really like a complete 100% actionable day. Like I didn't really did something great, but I would say like I kind of understood like the how copy system state stuffs. Like it has some like practice stuffs, but it's not really the practice stuff is important. Like the theory part is much more important there. Like okay, there's some exercises, but I don't think that those are exactly useful in terms of like isol because those like those um those practice whatever you say, like those practice sets that you get like in after completing like a lesson in the copy system, those are like they're kind of isolated. Like okay, I think that I'll have to um, check it more properly, because what I'm saying, like I'm saying this based on one thing, which is like just the hooks part, which is like I guess systems 1 2 3 I guess. And I've just showed like the first part, which is like a hook overview. Okay, maybe I'll have to check it once more, like the practice sessions, so I get like a good understanding. Uh, but yeah, so what I want to say is basically, if I was like if I was starting copywriting today, I had like no knowledge, like not any kind of contextual knowledge, then I think I would be fucked if I uh, actually started with this course, because just like a lot of it would create like a lot of confusion for me. And since it's like a 1 month course, so I don't have much time left, but at the same time I wanna like hone my skills. So I gotta practice. Actually I gotta practice really hard on this one. And I think that right now what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna like go much more harder on my daily recordings. Like I've got some issues, like I'm more clear on what I actually want with my speaking practice sessions, like my actual goals. I didn't have like I had only one goal, which was to be more fluent speaker. Yep, that's what I thought that I would do with me speaking daily on the camera, but turns out that's not the exact thing that I want. I think there are like uh, primarily two things that I want to do with my speaking. Like I wanna learn like how to be more articulate, or like uh, speak more clearly. Yep, and the second one would be like to sound more native. So I just had, and the first one is actually more important than the second one, which so I'll try to like all these recordings up till now, they are all just like me speaking about like what I'm doing daily, like my thoughts on my thoughts, like my opinions on how I'm learning copywriting and what, like any kind of insight that I get. But I think that I'm just like repeating over and over, and like there are lots of and also I kind of stutter in between those, and I think that fixing those are more important than me speaking more fluently. Because yep, see, I think that for me another filler word for me is because, like I'm saying, I've noticed that I actually say because too many times, which is not good at all because it's completely repetitive, uh, which I don't really like. And I don't think that anybody likes like being too repetitive, and nobody even likes to listen. So better work on that. So so if my first, okay, so let's talk a bit about my first goal, which is to be more articulate or speak myself more clearly. So there are like lots of things that I could do, and there are lots of videos in the internet. But I think that the approach that I'm gonna take, which might take a lot of time, is like um like there are actually two approaches that I think would be best for me. Uh, and the first one would be to like spot a problem that I actually have. Like I'm stuttering, then I'm gonna like search for a video and pick the advice that I like, and I'm gonna like implement that advice to speak better. And the second option would be like to directly skip the uh, spotting the problem, and I would just directly go through, like watch several videos, and like maybe I like a particular tip that would resonate with me, and I'm just gonna implement it. So those are two ways. I think it's not like a super efficient way to learn fast, um, because I'm not doing like any kind of foundational training. Like there's some foundation that I've got to build, then I'm gonna go through like intermediate level where I'm gonna build some tactics and tricks. Like I'm not doing that because I don't think that there's any kind of foundations taught, or maybe foundations I actually taught, but I don't know how they're. So I think that I'm gonna do something, but at least like what's my goal with being with the theory part, like okay, let me say it more clearly. So I've only got one bare minimum goal of uh, for the theory part of being more articulate, which would be like I would actually use like one tip per day on actually speaking. Yep, I think that's all for today, and I hope you all have a good day. Okay, peace.